Please, we've done a trial run. You can
We've
do
done
this.
the trial. It's fine. Come on, first take, gang. Let's go. Welcome to Kaisha No Pod, your favorite podcast for everything anime and manga.
Oh my goodness, he did it. He did it. Yo,
I think it's that, you know. Sometimes you need that female presence to, you know.
Don't get comfortable here. Don't get comfortable.
I am comfortable. Listen, this is my house now. I run the strip.
Yo! You haven't even introduced our guests for the week.
I'm in a fortress, man, I feel trapped. King of the hill, but I'm still under attack. And I feel less inside when these weapons fly. And ain't nobody got my back. Cause I feel my aggressive when I'm under pressure. I'm losing my focus, I'm missing my steps.
Okay. We have a special and somewhat guest joining us today for this episode. She's the first lady of Kaisha.
Oh.
This is why we can't have nice things.
It's the fantastic Nat. I don't know your surname.
Big. Oh my god.
You're both Ghanaian. Rep your set, Yosi.
So, what we're gonna talk about today is a very cool topic. So, what we're gonna talk about is which anime world that we would like to live in. So, yeah, let's just go straight for it. I know Akin had a very interesting choice, so I'm just gonna throw it right to you.
Oh man, the thing is, you're throwing it to me because I know you just want to rip into it.
Well, before we jump in, should we establish the rules to the viewers? Like, essentially, you're not the main character in the world. You're just in the world, right? Like, there's nothing really special about. Yeah.
If I'm in the world, then I am the main character.
Okay.
By proxy. No, I'm joking.
Let's move on.
No, I'm joking. Yeah, mine was quite an easy decision because I'm not obviously like some of the vets here who watch the most obscure anime, but I'm just thinking about survival and coolness. So there was an easy decision for me is Boruto. Simply because it's an extension of Naruto on that ninja world, but it's in a modern age of technology. And for anyone who doesn't know me, I'm in love with technology. So technology and ninja tools, what more could you want in a world? It's as simple as that.
Oh,
so I'm ready to defend my stance. If you want to attack me, attack me.
Solomon, who should go first?
There's just so much. Like you could have, if you had picked Naruto, I might have stood by you, you know. But you chose to pick Boruto over because see, in Boruto. You know what, Yosi, you go for it. I need to collect my thoughts.
I disagree with you. If you picked Naruto over Boruto, I would have gone into you more because, bro, Naruto is a terrible
foreshadowing.
No one even has parents. Well, okay, some people have parents there, but even their parents aren't great. Like, Naruto is a terrible world to grow up in. So many kids have trauma. It's just for the child soldiers, and it's looked up upon. It's like if you're a child soldier, it's good. No one has a proper childhood like that. Anyway, let's just move slightly to Boruto because it is slightly different. But okay, you know, Boruto isn't even a bad choice because like Naruto's beating up. Naruto's actually taken out most of the people, but still, if you know about Kara, and
I was literally
how much
about
into spoilers
to
can we go into? Can we just speak freely?
Tough.
You can,
because no one reads the Boruto manga. So
people do. But we'll alienate. Okay. All right. You know what? Go for it.
But Yosi, what you need to go into is the fact that Kara is obviously related to the end character in Naruto, and that should speak enough volumes in terms of the potential threat.
Okay, so with that potential threat in the world, why the hell do you want to live there?
It don't like the thing is, I need a world where, in case you are like the byproduct of one huge war and you accidentally die, there's a possibility that you could be revived.
That's Dragon Ball.
When I was thinking about this,
that's what I'm going to say. Dragon Ball.
Twisted. I was thinking about Dragon Ball, but then as soon as I remembered that Zeno exists, that just becomes irrelevant. Or like the gods of destruction, because even in death you can still die. So when there's a world where potentially you can come back, I like the idea of that. And Boruto provides me that, or the Naruto universe provides me that as well.
Mm,
Hmm.
There's still
But
child
see-
soldiers though.
But what would you be doing? What would you be doing on your day to day? Is the thing.
Yeah. So yeah, let's say that you didn't choose to become a ninja. What would you do there? It's a bit of a.
I'd probably be a
boring road.
scientist. Thing is, I'd probably do what I do now, which is like some sort of computer-related job, which is obviously trying to advance the world of the ninjas, but with tech, and I think that's dope. Like, can you imagine AI and ninjutsu?
No, but-
fam?
I think, but in that case, wouldn't you be looked down on by the people in the village though? Because remember, isn't the whole premise of like the beginning of Boruto how Naruto doesn't like the merging of like ninja jutsu and tech, and like he's like, no, ninjas need to learn how to use like their own innate abilities. So in being a tech guy, wouldn't you just be looked down on? Like you'd be
I
part of the
disagree. I
problem.
feel like the example in obviously the early part of Boruto is the fact that they tried to use tech as a replacement for ninjutsu, when in fact it is more of a supplement to ninjutsu. Those are two different viewpoints. So I'm more of the stance where I'm using tech to help them as opposed to replace them. Plus, I'm not trying to
so-
push that people shouldn't be learning ninjutsu and obviously trying to get better at their craft. It's more so that I can help you. Like, I'm kind of, you think about what Orochimaru does now in the more, I'm not trying to say I'm going to be like him, but he's more.
It sounded like you're
Your-
gonna be
that's
like
your
him.
role model.
He's your
Origin
senpai.
story.
small. We have a few things in
So you're gonna
common.
be like
Just-
Kabuto.
Hey, wait. Which things? No, we need to clarify.
Yeah,
which
which
things? 'Cause
things
he
in
likes
common?
kids. He likes kids. Yo.
Don't get twisted!
Yo. Yeah.
We just both like knowledge. That's it. That's the only thing we have in common. But I think it's
I
a big
just
thing
thought
to
of
have in common.
another great episode idea. I'm just saying
That's how it
because
starts.
I'll forget. I forget.
But I
it's-
have ethics and morality.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't push certain boundaries.
That's
okay.
how it starts.
That's another thing. We know from the manga that the potential of technology in this ninja world is quite devastating, and so your work could be the one that would bring upon the end of the whole destruction of the world.
I don't think so. Like, let's be like even the manga and anime have shown that even though tech is there, it's still at the mercy of powerful ninjas. Like, you see the way Naruto just dealt with, like, there was an episode with regards to the train, or like he just sped past that new train system they had as if it was nothing.
Okay,
Because
that
obviously
was
his track
dope. That was a
He
dope
literally
episode.
outpaced the train like it was
That was
nothing.
dope.
So it's still the case where ninjutsu, in terms of the superior users, is far superior than the tech. But I'm just going to be there to help, obviously, complement that. So, like, for example, you have obviously Tsunade, who deals with like all the medical stuff, or now Sakura. If you had more like, think about what AI and medicine has been able to achieve in our world. If you add that ninjutsu element as well, you know, I can help out a lot of people. So for me, I always see tech or stuff like that as a way to help people. And then obviously a world like Naruto, which is pretty cool innately, why not?
But then,
And
don't
then
you think
obviously-
that would foster, like, for the common people, just such a reliance on tech? Because why train through all this chakra-like stuff and everything, and put yourself through blood, sweat, and tears as a kid, like learning to do substitution jutsu if you can't do it, if you can just rely on technology? And soon it becomes like this class system where there are the people who prefer tech and the people who prefer ninjutsu. Don't you see like that could become a proper clash?
And then you get the fifth great ninja war. See what you've done, Akin.
Resentment.
You undid
Resentment.
700 chapters of
See,
work
look
by
what
Naruto
you've done. Look what
in
you've
one
done.
moment.
The first thing that came to my mind
Look at what you've
was
done.
Legend
For
of
no
Korra.
reason. For no reason.
See, now we can talk, because Legend of Korra is actually a great example.
We don't
But
talk. We
again-
don't talk about that show here.
No.
We don't talk.
Yeah,
Look what
because
you've
we
done.
need to
Look
edit
what you've
it
done.
all
We don't talk about that show anymore. We don't talk about that show here. That show is cancelled. That show is banned.
not.
Alright? We
No,
don't
but
talk about
for
that.
the purposes of this discussion, it perfectly goes together, because you've got the fostering of a new technological age, and then the traditional, like, ninjutsu or airbending and bending in general, and the
Nah, I get what
potential
you
for
mean.
clash among people.
But I feel like, again, that's always, regardless of whatever world you're going to live in, there are going to be people who have an agenda and will utilize how the current world is set up to their own advantage. But for someone like me, like I said, I feel like tech is more of a supplementary to whatever lifestyle or governmental system or ideology which is in place. So when I look at Korra as an example, you can look at season 4 and obviously what Kuvira did, merging obviously that like spiritual, making some like spirit robot which can shoot beams that can destroy cities. That's madness. But then on the flip side, you had the new metal bending city, which was a mix of the two, and that's like a perfect harm. At least not perfect, but you saw the way they were able to develop such a city, which was nice. And I think that's kind of the vision I would have. It would be like a harmony of the two. And yes, it's correct that the two could potentially clash and be used against each other.
Broski.
But at the same time, when the right people in the right place with the right mindset, you can create a really nice society. And I'm not one of those people who feel like tech is going to take over the
Broski, I
world.
think you're missing the point. The point she was making. The point I think she was making is the fact that if you introduce tech into Naruto, it's going to become garbage. It's going to become like Legend of Korra. That was the point. That was the point.
No.
Wait a minute.
You have an agenda against Korra, so stop there. Boruto already, like, you see how the village is just better in general. Like, people's lives on a day-to-day, you see the kids are at peace. Like, it's a lot easier for them to travel and do, like, their mission. They don't have to do some redundant missions anymore. Like, no more do they have to, like, search for silly cats. Obviously, they'll do stuff in the context of the story, but realistically speaking, there are some missions which are now redundant because of tech. Like, tech really just allows people to not do redundant tasks and focus on the more important things in life.
But then that's what I'm getting at, is that when people start to realize that tech equalizes them,
that's so dead.
Then
that's
there
boring.
would definitely become a resentment for chakra. And the use of ninjutsu would become redundant.
Yeah,
the reason why
because it would create such an imbalance.
Yeah.
No, but the thing is, listen, like, it's not the thing. The thing is, chakra and all that stuff doesn't become redundant because, as we clearly see and like I introduced, it's always going to be the case where you have powerful ninjas. Like, until you have the tech which can basically destroy the world, which they don't, and even if they do, it's still not going to be able to match some of the stuff which exists. Like, the potential for tech, for me, isn't the same as the potential for ninjutsu. Like, ninjutsu is pretty much there is no limit.
That Kara's cyborgs or whatever, they are very powerful. Like, they could probably deal with most of the ninjas out there.
Yeah, but that's because most of the ninjas which currently exist in Boruto are just weak. That's more towards the context of the
because
story.
of tech.
Like,
because of technology.
But then they're only going to get weaker.
No. It's not because of tech. It's because they've lived in an age of peace. If there was no technical advancement and they were still living in an age of peace, they would still not have the need to train new ninjas. When you live through war, you develop strong people. It's not because of the tech. It's
that makes sense.
Because they live in an era of peace.
I like it.
So let's go back into the main point of why you would want to live there. That sounds boring, my G. Like, that sounds. What are you gonna do? What are you gonna do?
No one's gonna be running up trees or walking on water anymore because they'll be on trains.
Exactly, bro. Well, exactly. What's the point of being in Naruto if you can't run on water?
When was the last time you saw someone walk on water?
Jesus.
You guys are saying as if you have to. You guys are trying to twist my viewpoint as if you have to choose between one or the other. It's not one or the other. If you want to, you can do both.
But I'm talking about you. What do you want, Akin? What do you want?
I would do both. I would train as a ninja and learn all the tech stuff still.
But there's nothing to do with those skills because everything is peaceful now because you have Naru Jesus in the corner just fixing everything.
Naru Jesus.
Listen. Think about it, because there are some stuff you can do with tech you can't do with ninjutsu. Like this. So say if Naruto wanted to hit up his boy Gaara, who's like halfway across the village world, how's he going to do it? He always has to be there physically.
No, they send the pigeons.
No, they have what?
So you think about the...
Just chuck a pigeon out there.
You see where I'm about to go with this? Imagine if they had social media.
No. But what body flicker? Why do you mean? See, I feel like you're degrading. I feel like you're degrading the quality of the Naruto world because, like, why would you want to text someone when you can literally flying Raijin or body flicker to their location, or use a summoning jutsu to bring them to you, or like reverse summon your? Like, it's so much cooler the way they do it. Why are you making it?
And you want to introduce cyberbullying into the Naruto?
Exactly. I was just about to say social
Naruto
media.
had a bad enough childhood as it was. He had it bad enough. Okay, why are you trying to make it worse?
Imagine if Listen, Akin.
Exactly. Half of this world are orphans, according to Soul.
Yeah.
So why would they want to be on social media at each other?
Half of the Naruto world are orphans because of war.
Akin.
The Boruto world is a lot more peaceful.
Akin, imagine if
on.
people put that video of Naruto on that bloody swing on the internet and we're just mocking him. Thousands of comments.
That's your
Look
leader.
at that loser by himself, man. Ramen breath.
Literally
Then we'll
exposed.
need. No, but the thing is, see, now you're mixing the world of Naruto and the world of Boruto, which are two very different worlds. One is a world of war, another one is a world which is relatively at peace. Obviously, there are threats, but it's relatively at peace. People have their both father and mother. People have friends. You don't really get like look how spoiled Boruto. Like Boruto has everything that he wants.
Broski.
Boruto has a threat level greater than anything that was in Naruto. So that could
Exactly,
all be
that's one.
And
also
from that
But how
future
does
scene,
that-
the whole village
How
gets
does that
fucked up.
relate to like your guys' problem of obviously me trying to like in tech in this world? You have an issue, and this is something which obviously exists in our world. You have an issue with the abuse of tech, not tech itself. You have an issue with big businesses such as Twitter, Facebook, who abuse tech from time to time. But tech really can be used to help people's day to day if you use it correctly. That's a people problem. That's not a tech problem.
Most definitely, but you're living
And
in a
we
world
know-
of people.
Yeah.
Yeah,
And the people in the Boruto
Where you
world
guys are
are
arguing-
dicks.
If there's
No,
nothing to
but
fight
the way you
about,
guys are
people
arguing,
create
you guys have-
things to
I
argue
feel like
about.
you guys have a resentment towards
Hold on,
tech.
one at a time.
I love tech.
So what's your problem?
If I disagree with you, it won't be a fun conversation, will it? Boruto is actually a great choice.
It's very peaceful. Like, is that Naruto is going to be one of my choices as well? Like, it makes sense, you know. If you want, you can basically learn to fly if you want to. Like, you didn't even talk
Or you
about
can live
that.
a humble
Like, just
life.
go to
Like
the
you can
hidden
live a
stone.
humble life just out and
Cooking
about.
ramen.
Can you imagine living in a whole universe where your universe is controlled by filler? You got people in the back. You're the main character, and there are other people just running errands.
You know what, Nat? I was about to move on to Solomon, but I'm going back to Akin. Yeah, your choice sucks because the whole Boruto anime is filler. And no.
Oh my
Boruto manga is one thing. Boruto anime is filler. So that means your choice sucks. You can't live in the filler
That's
universe.
true. It's what anime you want to
That's a
live
great-
in. It's what
that's
anime.
such a great point.
Hey, thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed this content, please hit like, share it with your friends who you think might like it too, and subscribe on whatever platform you're watching this video on. We're going to be doing a lot of discussions and debates in the future, so if you'd like to stay tuned for all of that, hit the notification bell and leave a comment with any thoughts you had on the things we discussed. I think that's everything, so catch you in the next one. Bye.
I'm about to go. Super Saiyajin. Feel the fire coming off my skin. In the future, that's where I've been. So I'm about to tell y'all where the end begins. It's all black, where my kin. It's cold outside, I need to bring y'all in.